Now let's talk about major enhancement in Marketing Cloud next. Okay. So why Marketing Cloud next is booming these days? Why there is a like much boom? Uh, because more power, more intelligence, and more report. So you can put all data from multiple sources into single source. Then you have real-time unified customer profiles. We have certain rule set that we have to learn. And first of all, anyways, we are going to cover the data cloud because until and unless we are not understanding the basic of the data cloud, we cannot proceed with the marketing cloud next. And based on that, you can like get the data from any sources. Right now, there are certain readily available connectors for the data cloud. Uh, so without any code, you can just authenticate and configure that specific connector, and from that connector, you can pull the data into your data cloud. That is the first thing. Now, in most of the cases, let's say uh, if you want the data from mobile SDK websites, that is again possible over here. You just have to configure your website. Everything is managed by the Salesforce. So in most of the cases, you just have to provide some configuration in terms of structure of your website in YAML. And again, that configuration via connectors has been happened by default. Apart from that, we have this thing called, ingestion API, where we have to create some configuration kind of thing where we are utilizing the power of connected app. Again, authentication happened at the both the ends, and then you can pull the data from third-party system to the Salesforce. And again, if I tell smarter segmentation with the unified insights, so calculated insights is the one thing inside the data cloud where you can calculate or you can understand the like some max min group by specific user, specific individual. So all these things can be done. So you can target the audience on top of that as well. Even last 6 months active persons or something like that. The most person who has done most purchase this year, this quarter. So like that, you can create this kind of segmentations, and based on that, you can run your campaigns as well. Apart from that, we have the agent force. So it's a AI of Salesforce, like their own AI product, which they are selling as a agent force. And we have so many things right now under that. You might have seen that the MCP servers, Headless 360, these are right now in boom. And inside the Marketing Cloud, there are specific agents for different purpose, and still the teams are working in order to release more features. But what this AI can able to do, this can create the campaigns, this can recommend the campaign. Uh, Apart from that, this can able to draft the email bodies, or you can say the inside the email templates, whatever the paragraphs, whatever the things, headlines, hero lines, whatever the things you have to draft on top of it, you just have to provide some features over there, like what you want to do, and based on that, whatever the brief has been created for that campaign, it will draft the same thing for you. Apart from that, what it can do is, so as I told you earlier, it can able to create the segments in order to segregate your data. And again, some customizations is a part of that. So if you want any out of the box functionality is not working, and if you want any third system, uh, like interference, so at that time you can able to do that. If you want to use any this AI tool, Claude or ChatGPT or anything like that, you can again utilize it via MCP. Again, MCP is coming, Headless 360 is coming. So if you want to utilize this kind of tool over here, you can utilize that. Apart from that, real-time personalization. So right now we are utilizing the Marketing Cloud next on top of Data Cloud. As I told you earlier, you can connect your mobile applications via SDKs, websites via SDKs. So for all these things, whatever the data you are tracking, you can track it directly on Data Cloud. So real-time tracking is again there. instant trigger responses. So based on whatever the activity happened, if it's reached to certain thresholds, so at that time you can trigger the data cloud triggered flows. And again, like dynamic content in real time. So basically, you will get real time content creation over there. So let's say you are utilizing the data graphs. Uh, like after the unification of the profile, whatever is happening on that specific user individual. Let's say he's doing some surfing on the website, he's doing some surfing on the email, or like he has clicked anywhere, he's looking anything, something on commerce site, or you can say on any push notification, he's replying, or he has recently visited certain product for so many times. So at that time, these things are mandatory in order to provide the more personalization or more personalized experience to your user. So at that time, this dynamic content in real time, this is possible with this. Apart from that, right message, right customer, right time. As you are unifying the profile, you are getting to know which customer is he and what specific role he is providing over there, what specific product he is interested in, what specific service he is looking for. So all this kind of things is going to give you higher engagement with that specific customer. So all these things going to happen over there. Apart from that, omni-channel engagement. So you can across, like engage across email, SMS, WhatsApp, push notification, ads, and again they are going to utilize so many things in upcoming time. And apart from that, like one customer journey across whole channel. So right now, whatever the journey you are creating, so you can just draft your journey, or you can say the campaign journey from the agent force. So you just have to tell your purpose. Based on that purpose, you will get to know how the things are going to happen over there, how you are going to interact with the customers, how the things are going to happen, and you will be getting the consistent experience everywhere. Same time of same time you will going to understand the engagement model as well. So again, you can trigger so many things on top of that. If your teams are utilizing the Slack, it is again the native platform of your Salesforce. You can push the alerts. Then again, if you are getting some leads out of the platform based on multiple landing pages you have put over there, so at that time you can create certain thresholds, and based on that threshold, you can again utilize the Einstein intelligence. So all these things are going to happen. Apart from that, AI part journeys like intelligent journey optimization, AI decision splits, and predictive same time. So these things again going to happen. And apart from that, uh, AI powered next best action, which is a feature of your Einstein. So that is the again most important thing going to happen. You will know to you will come to know these things later. But if you are working on any specific Salesforce object, so at that time, let's say the lead is meeting certain threshold, or if you are not connected lead for last 3 days or last 7 days, so what specific response you have to draft to that lead, which is again getting you at that time. Apart from that, you're working on any specific thing at that time. So again, at that time, so many things are going to happen. So let's say if any person is coming and he has created some deal. Now you are going to his account and checking what specific thing you have to do in order to make the follow. So what specific thing is business is providing, and you are not aware about what specific criteria for that particular deal you have to look for. So at that time, the Einstein next best action are there. Apart from that, enterprise ready. So basically, it's a scalable, secure platform. Apart from that, it has the governance and compliance ready platform. So you will have the governance policy. You can set up the tax. So let's say if your data is coming from different sources, there are certain types of data as per the domain. Let's say inside the finance, there are financial data. In healthcare, there are certain data related to the healthcare of any specific person. And you can actually tag that data, you can mask that data, you can create certain governance policies as well on top of this platform in order to respect the PII, GDPR. You have the consent as well. So consent architecture was earlier created manually inside the Marketing Cloud next, but right now they have taken care of everything. So, 30, 60, 90 days of thing you have to run in order to completely remove that customer from the data cloud. And which is the future ready architecture, you can say. You don't have to rely on any specific thing. Consent management and PI settings are already there. And like based on these things, you can again have some level of customization in order to create it from different sources or any particular integration if you want to do. You can do it from here. So this is why will get the better customer experience, high engagement and conversation. Uh, like based on that, you will get the